Fifth graders, welcome for cursive. Pages 22 and 23 are what we are doing. So let's get started. Cranked up to toe. This fella says, you can't toe these letters unless you crank them up. Crank up the start of the letters, they look like this cranked up. So what that means is when you're writing in cursive, you don't pick up the pencil until the end of the word, and then you go back and you dot I's or cross T's. So sometimes you're writing these letters down here, but sometimes, like if you come off of an O, you don't go all the way back down. You start up top. So that's why you need to know how to write these letters like this or like this. And notice how they look pretty similar, but they do look a little different. Okay, so let's try it. So the T goes from that to a little higher. It's kind of weird because you never write that like that normally. Just on its own, you never do that. But you need to know how to do it because when you write it in the sentence, you do. So here I have my O, and I'm going to go right into the T there. I'm not going to go all the way back down. That would look really strange. So vote, I'm going right up into the O and then right up into the T. Or boot. Let's try boot. What about H to H? Is it going to be the same thing? Yeah. That's the whole theme of the deal here. Okay, so Y, let's try that. So the W looks normal, but then you know how you do that little guy there? That means you're just going to go from that right into the H. And then, so W's go right into those. It's the same each time. K, like this, goes to K like this if it comes off of letters like O. So let's see what it looks like. O to, here we go. K, yep, right into it. Or joke, don't dot the J yet. Book, B goes right into the O up top. So some of those guys, it's like getting a pass in basketball kind of high, and you have to know how to catch it up high or low. You got to know how to do both ways. N goes to N. So this N on its own looks kind of like that. That's sort of the way I did it, but anyway. But you have to know how to do it up top too. Okay, so on that O, the O is like the high pass. You got to know how to catch it up top too, like in basketball. Or one, got to know how to catch it up top. And then going for the low pass here. Because N does the low pass, O does the high pass. So you need to know how to do the high pass. You need to know how to catch it from the high pass or the low pass. Own, O, high pass. W's a high pass. P to P. So P could be like this, or it could be like this, depending on which letter's throwing you the pass. Well, O is going to give you to up top, so you got to know how to. So with P, well, the defaults you start at the bottom. Default means like that's what you normally do unless some special situation happens. In this case, a special situation is the O. The O likes to throw up top. It's like the alley-oop. Stop. T throws low, but O throws high. You got to know how to catch it up there too. Or crank it up, as they say in this. M can be like that too. Notice how my M's are slightly different. They're both fine. Home, here we go. So H gives you the low pass, but O gives you the high pass, and M gives you the low pass. Here comes that O, he likes the high pass. Dome, that's a fun word, dome. Okay, let's go over here. Cranked up to toe. Okay, a little too bright in here. So, it's the same story for these letters. E-L-F-I-R-S or, they get cranked up. So let's try them out. So the E can get cranked up depending on where it comes from. So the B likes the high pass. So you gotta crank it up. It likes to throw up top like that. Gotta know how to catch it up top or down low, however it comes. V's throw it up top. over, but E throw it down low. Have, down low, down low, down low, down low, up top. V's throw it up top. Got to be able to catch it up top too. L's can go to this if you get them from the letters that like to throw them up top, like O's. So old, you know for a fact that O throws up top, so you got to go right into it. And then L throws down low. O to W. Anytime you have a letter like that, like O or L that has that little guy like that little hitch at the end, that means he likes to throw it up top. So you got to be able to catch it and then execute. Blue, B is a high passer. F can go to this if it's coming from the O. So let's try it out. So the O, yep, it throws it up top. You got to just have a smaller upper loop there, off. Smaller upper loop, what am I trying to say? Smaller upper loop the first time, but F throws it down low, so you got to catch it down there too. So that looks kind of funny, but that's just how it is. Often, O throws up top, T throws low, E throws low, and so does N, and then cross the T. I can turn into that if it comes from a W who likes to throw up top. Notice how I crossed the T and dotted the I at the end. Big, B's thrown up top. Virus, that's an unfortunate word. Throws it up top. Dot the I. R can get up here too. If it comes from an O, oh boy, I did my old school O. That's the way I learn how to do O's. They're both okay. S can turn into this. Let's try it out. Most. Yep. Lost. And boas. That's hard to even see what they're trying to spell there. O throws it up top. A throws it down low. Pages 22 and 23 are the assignment. You can do it.